See, the right thing is a lie don't care who tell it. A lie don't care who tell it.
Patrice, and if I wanted to fuck you, I'll fuck you.
Well,
I mean, it sounds like rape. That sounds like
we
rape.
are-
These are two
If we lied, I
predatory
definitely
ass
retracted
niggas.
that statement.
That's what I'm saying.
Retracted that statement.
Listen.
This is smoking and
Yeah.
joking, and these was jokes. What? I want nobody come back to me like, that's a rapist.
They gonna try to give you a humanitarian award?
Yeah, like, nah, that day you said,
If Benny Pitts ever fucks me, I am a corpse. All right, that means he's into
oh,
necrophilia.
necrophilia. Yeah.
So,
Can somebody help me?
yeah, you just push it down and hold it. Benny.
what up,
God,
everybody?
this nigga's remedial.
Benny, where's your assistant at?
I need one.
Makeup.
Hey, anybody watching the live that want to be my assistant?
Benny definitely need an assistant, yo.
God damn.
Well, I was
This
gonna
nigga
say,
see somebody to run his social media for him. He needs somebody to do everything for him.
Benny had the
this thing been started.
IEP in school. This nigga IEP was 20 pages fucking long.
Benny the
I gave this
only
nigga the lot. See, it's not working.
Benny the only promoter on the strip. Be like, yeah. Just text my assistant all the names. We get you on the guest list to get you in there. Man. It's like, damn, I thought I was dealing with you.
Why you playing? I really
You really got that
I must
shit,
have
though.
used
That's
all
how
the
you do,
juice on
nigga.
me.
Oh, nigga, why you hit it so hard?
We need lighters at Smoking and Joking.
Hold on, the green
Mine
one
worked.
This one worked.
It
It's
worked
not
for
working.
me.
Listen.
Boom.
Oh, it don't
I think
work.
it might be all out.
There you
Oh
go.
yeah, it's just running
small.
low. Yeah, it's running low.
You once you get it, you gotta hold it. Like you guys.
This
This ain't it.
is
listen.
our worst start
That shit
ever.
didn't let me and light it off my.
You went
shit.
live
Wanna
already?
kiss me?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
No.
Yeah.
Oh man, we live, y'all. Damn.
So
Look at these niggas, old kissing ass cigar.
I knew it. I knew it.
Benny couldn't wait too. Look at it. He like, man, Patrice, man, she got a nice ass cigar.
Just so you know, this shit started.
He just gonna be smoking. His ass gonna be smoking it.
Let me get some.
No, man. Let Jarreau do it for you. Like,
Not like
I'm
that.
about to kiss Jarreau.
It's not going down.
I am not about to kiss Jarreau. Fuck it, I ain't smoking.
Hey, that
how
shit
is
was.
he smoking and
Okay.
joking? Nobody got no
Jarreau,
fucking
you already got the
fire.
weed lit.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Don't pound it this time, no.
Start hitting it. Start puffing real quick. Puff
You
real
don't
quick.
know
Puff
what
real
the
quick.
fuck he doing.
Puff and let it out, bro. Puff and let it out. Like.
Fucking amateur hour. No,
All right,
it's
come
not.
on, y'all.
Yeah. I guess it
I
wasn't
feel like I
meant
got
to
another lighter, but
This
I
is
ain't
meant
getting
to
up to get
be.
it.
I'll save it for next week.
Okay.
Damn.
be. I need mine's the light though. See.
I'll pass mine to you.
So anyway, what up, everybody? This is Smoking and Joking.
Nigga, get out the shot!
The distractions
Do not
continue.
disturb! Oh my god, I'm gonna punch him.
Okay, let's go.
Hey,
I like your t-shirt. No, for real, Kumo D is like a legend. He is a legend.
I mean, 3 episodes in, this is the worst start ever.
Nigga. Patrice spilling drinks. Patrice
Nah,
just
that-
fumbling shit.
No, the recording started when you said, "If I wanted to fuck you, I'll fuck you."
That's where it started?
Yeah.
Oh, that's where it started?
After last week's show too, you just seemed like
Well, let me get
They
this right.
already hate Benny. They like, fuck Benny.
Hold
man.
on, let me
Yeah,
get this
he's
right.
like-
To all the listeners, Benny is not a misogynist. I'm not a male chauvinist. I love women. I love beautiful women. I love beautiful black women. I'm all for women's rights. No, I heard it all. Oh, you sound like a male chauvinist. He's a misogynist. He's an abuser. I'm for
Abuser?
You can't abuse nobody at your size. Nigga,
Shut
what
up.
I'm gonna
I will
put
abuse
this-
you.
No,
I will abuse Patrice.
when you did
see
say
these hands. You better tell him about these hands, Will.
you did say
You're a boxer, yo.
Patrice can box.
Nigga.
I mean, all real black men can box. You know.
but you did say if she left you on the couch while she was in there with the nigga, you would scrap with her though.
Yeah, I would. I still scrap with it.
Patrice out here beating up the open mic council out this bitch.
Stop, yo.
No, I did an open
we're
mic
not
with Patrice
talking
with some
Can
white
we
people.
get to Jarreau's topic,
Okay.
please? We
All right,
are
first
not
everybody
doing
got to
this.
introduce themselves. God damn.
You might as well start. This
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Benny Pitts, aka Little Nasty, aka Little Daddy.
This Jarreau.
Mr. Bourne went ahead.
Patrice DeVoe, aka But Is She Funny, aka I'm Around, Quiet Storm.
AKA she gets around. Go ahead.
But never around to you.
I don't think me and Jarreau been doing comedy enough to have as many names as y'all. Y'all got a lot of names. It's like the season comedian got a lot of names.
AKA such and such. I ain't got it. But yeah.
What's your AKA, Jarreau, before we get it? What's
I
your AKA?
ain't got it.
AKA R&B nigga.
Yeah, something like that.
AKA King of the podcast.
Yes, the podcast king of Las Vegas.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
AKA I'll fuck your hoe and leave her a ham sandwich.
I mean.
All right, Jarreau, what's on your mind today? My bad.
It's all good. So this is episode 3. This will be the first full episode that's posted on our actual page. But if you're watching this episode, then I can say if you go to the playlist and you haven't seen episode 1 and 2, you go to the playlist of this page and you can see both of those first 2 episodes, and then you're right here on number 3. All right, so there's that. And make sure you hit the subscribe button. Don't cost nothing to hit that button. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Go ahead and hit that thing.
Do you want this?
Matter of fact,
You don't want it?
if I could go even so far to ask you to share this with people, you know what I'm saying? Do that, man. Like,
Sharing is caring.
let's make this a
This is
thing.
good.
So it's my turn to bring a thought in, I guess. And so
This nigga that got high forgot to stop.
yeah.
This shit is about to be
This nigga said,
Nah.
Jerome is the sloth of the group. He's like,
I just so happened to tune in. I'm like, what is this nigga talking about?
he said, I
is
just so
so
happened to tune in. Nigga, you here?
Yeah,
oh,
so
here it goes.
I mean that's the role I play on this
I
show.
love it. We love you, Jerome.
Yeah, so anyway,
Like, bro,
Behind
for
the
the
scenes,
fifth
he's
bro, man,
a mastermind behind
Shit.
the scenes. Don't
He
get
said-
it fucked up.
Yeah, he the guy, he the high
genius.
dude that
He's definitely
analyzes
the
everything.
genius.
This is all his equipment.
Whatever. Definitely his studio,
I'm
his
not about to
equipment.
disrespect this man with his
Type
with
the
these
names on the screen, all that. I ain't disrespecting him. Take your time, brother. Take your time.
Hey, let him use you. Let him use you. The
black man,
devil is a motherfucking lie. Let him use you.
Yeah. So my thought was
Go ahead, Jeremy. Respect the mic.
yeah. So my thought was, would you rather be, you know what I mean, underrated or overrated? And I had like some
That
very
wasn't the thought.
specific.
I just need to interject. It was, would you rather be underrated or overrated and paid? Like,
Right,
it was
no.
something-
That's how I was gonna break it
all right.
down.
Let him use you.
Yeah. I rebuke you.
I rebuke you saying, I mean, Patrice. Same.
But the thought of underrated and overrated, because you can have different definitions for it, but these particular definitions, underrated being you don't get the attention that you deserve, but you are that. You're very talented, but you don't get the attention that you deserve. Or being overrated, getting more than what you deserve. Not just attention, but money, the whole thing. So would you rather be a person that's overrated, like you kind of a fraud, but for whatever circumstances, you able to strike the match real quick and you're out there, you're overrated, you really ain't the person that people think you are, but you have all the things that come, you got the fame, you got the money, all that.
This
you
sounds
got- but
personal.
you
Do
could
you
be-
have someone in mind?
No.
But-
It's just a philosophy. I mean, because there's no wrong answer. So it's just like, well, it's just a way of getting knowing how you guys think about stuff like that.
I'm glad you brought up this topic because I think it's a great topic. I think in 2019, it's not about talent no more. It's about popularity.
He would know that. Benny's overrated as fuck. Like,
I feel that. Honestly, I feel like I'm underrated in a sense of. I think I would be bigger if I was more popular than what I am now. I'm talking about social media popular.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? In the sense of, I get what you mean. Back in the day when they had Star Search, Showtime at the Apollo, when they was looking for talent, it was about talent.
Yeah.
You had to be talented. Now you can kind of skip through that. You can either buy success. You can't buy success. You can buy popularity, or you can build your own buzz and be like, I'm popular.
But hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard. So
Facts.
that's one
It
of those
goes back
things.
to what he said. There's no wrong or right answer. Which one would you rather? Which
one would you rather be?
Which one would you rather be? Would you be like the underrated person, but everybody know you the truth? Everybody like, no, nobody fucking with Patrice.
Well, what my bank account look like? Because that's what I care about.
Well,
I mean, I
if
just
you're
want to know about cutting the
overrated,
checks.
your bank account looks better if you're overrated. But it's you know that you ain't that.
You ain't earn it. Like you ain't earn this. I mean, nigga, I just want to be rated at this point. Like,
I feel
can I
you.
just be on a goddamn radar at this point? Even though I know I'm on some of y'all radar, y'all just don't want to acknowledge it. But I don't know. I feel like, to me, underrated or overrated should be something that's personal and not dictated by their outside circumstances. So for some people, it's cool to just know I'm the best. Yeah. I can still sleep good at night knowing that I'm the shit, even if I'm not necessarily getting the accolades. Because
like
you never
Bernie
know
Mac
when it
used to
comes.
be.
I was gonna say you're right, because you never know when it comes. Nipsey Hussle is a perfect example of so many people did not know how fucking cold he was and his business acumen, unfortunately, until he was moved from here. But that didn't take, you know what I'm saying? But he still, whether you're selling 100 copies or 1,000 copies at $100 a piece, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those things like, bitch, I could be underrated if my bank account is not overdrawn.
But that but no, in a sense, no, because you might have an artist that's how like a one-hit wonder is super popular and he's selling out and he's making millions and millions of dollars, and you can be that $1 billion person, but they're giving you scraps. So it does matter.
It depends on if you care about, if you're here for the art form though. Some people are just like, I'm here for the art. Like, I'm gonna get paid, but at the end of the day, my craft matters more. Some people feel that way.
No, and a lot of people do.
I'm gonna read your original thought, because I had some ideas when you sent your original thought. I know you don't remember your original thought. I
This nigga don't remember.
That nigga don't remember what he ate this morning.
So Jarreau said, overrated, getting more than you deserve, or underrated, getting less than you deserve.
Okay.
Which would you rather be?
See, that's totally different.
Now I like the way you worded. That's why I wanted to read that. When I first saw this, I said, I'd rather be underrated, getting less than I deserve. And the reason being is because I feel like if you're overrated, getting more than you deserve, you don't work as hard. When you get less than you deserve, you work harder to get what you deserve. You get what I'm saying?
And you might not be as appreciative of what you have when you know you overrated, because you still gotta go home and look at that fucking reflection in the mirror. You still gotta live. You go to sleep at night knowing, shit, I ain't the funniest motherfucker out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I got the riches,
it's not about being the funniest though. Do you think?
To who? It depends.
I don't think it's about being the funniest. I just think it's about how hard you work.
Okay.
And that's just the bottom line. Because think about it like this. I know I have friends who have made accomplishments such as gotten TV credits for a show. However, like, after the TV credit, if you don't do anything else, nothing else will come. You know what I'm saying? Some people think that, once I get the TV credit, then all these doors are open and I'll have success and I'll make it and the next TV credit gonna come. And it don't, unless you're doing the necessary work and making the necessary steps to move forward in that direction. So you know what I'm saying? That's why most people say, hey, listen, when you get your first TV credit, that's your shoe in the door, that's your foot in the door to start working extra hard to keep the momentum going. Now you got to do the necessary stuff to keep the momentum going.
You can't be complacent on some
But
shit. You ain't see me on America's Got Talent? Like, you can't be that guy.
Don't you know who
some of
I
those
am?
comics that have been on Last Comic Standing and what's that, Laugh Tracks, and it's a lot of shows right now that's centered around comedy.
Yeah.
And there's people who have been on those shows, but they're still in their mind, they don't feel like they're where they want to be yet.
Yeah,
because it's like, tag, I did this, and people may look at it from the outside and say, damn, bro, you doing it, man. You got the TV, you got this, you got that. But then in their mind, they like, I got that. Cool, thanks. You know, they're gonna smile, yeah, thanks. But it's like, I'm really depressed because I don't know what's next. Like, I don't know what's coming up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, so it's more about the work that you're putting in to your craft and to your art.
And staying true, I promise you, staying true, you will win. I have one of my comedy mentors, Alex Scott, one of the funniest people on the planet. I don't care what nobody say. If you look him up, Alex Scott, he's straight out the DMV, Rich City. He's one of my mentors, and I'm telling you, he's been around since Def Jam, Comic View. Like, he's a vet. He's been doing this for 25 years. Everybody and nobody knows who he is, but that kind of worked in his favor because he didn't get an opportunity to peak yet. So now he's getting all of these opportunities with True TV. It's almost like he's being reintroduced to the world as if he never was there. And so his buzz, like, he is popping right now. Like, he is on a come up as if he hadn't been doing this for 20 something years. You know what I'm saying? Like, so my thing is, you don't want to peak too soon, because the reality is all things are, things go like this. So if you get here really fast, there's only one more place for you to go, which is, you know what I'm saying, on a decline. Absolutely. So I feel like.
But what about Kevin Hart? He's been peaking. Like, he don't look like he's going nowhere.
You look at success, and then you model your work ethics after success. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is, like, look at your big brands. Look at Apple. Look at Burger King, McDonald's, all these big corporations. Look at how much they do. Even though they're big, they're multiple locations, different countries, all these things, they still coming out with extra sandwiches. They still coming up with different food menu ideas because they have to stay relevant. They have to stay fresh with content and everything else. If they don't, then people fall off. I've referenced this before. My dad sits home all day and he'll want something to eat based off a commercial he saw. Right. And we lived in a day and time at one point where people watch TV, and if we saw somebody on TV, be like, oh, they made it. But nowadays, so many people don't watch TV that you could be popular for the people who watch TV, but for the people who don't watch TV, they don't know who you are. You know what I'm saying? So now, how do you become somebody on all platforms? So now it's like, if I'm on TV, cool, I got my TV audience. But now if I'm not on social media, now I don't have a social media audience.
So Jay, let me ask you, what would you rather be? Overrated?
No, I think I'd always rather be underrated, and because to me, in being underrated, I'll still feel like I have something to fight for.
And even when you underrated,
and that's how you live.
Yeah, people root for the underdog. Like, to me, the fact that Big Sean does not come up in people's top fives annoy me.
Crazy. That's one of my favorite rappers.
Big Sean is one of the fucking greatest rappers alive right now.
He's the truth.
Yeah,
he's up there with Drake, J. Cole, and but that's right.
But if you ask somebody who one of the hottest rappers, they gonna tell you somebody like Blueface. I guess depending on who you ask, obviously, and no disrespect to Blueface, but I'm just saying. But you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
People who gravitate to it and who know who you are, like, you'll never not be able to eat.
Right.
Even it being underrated, you'll still.
And that's the thing. I think I would rather be, coined after Patrice DeVoe, I'd rather be underrated and overpaid. Mm-hmm. That's really where the mindset should be. It's like, I don't necessarily need to
money?
be, huh?
You mean like that background money? Like,
no, I mean just period. Like if
a Fab, like a Jadakiss,
it's people
even
that's
J. Cole.
J. Cole, J. Cole's an underdog. Yeah.
Like,
but I'm saying there's people
that go platinum every time.
But there's people that's so paid and you have no idea. You just think they got this money right here, but they got so much more other money going.
Chameleonaire. Yeah. Chameleonaire, perfect example. Yeah. What's that from Pretty Ricky? Spectacular. Look up Spectacular. I wish we had a fact checker right now. Spectacular from Pretty Ricky is worth like $56 million.
Spectacular. He worth more than the whole Pretty Ricky.
This is what I'm saying.
He the only one that said, I'm not about to blow my money at the strip club. Let me do something about it.
On the low, because he created like some app and some other stuff that he did. So I'm just kind of like, it just depends, because I feel like when you're overrated, maybe some people, they just want fame. Some people love fame, and that's cool if that's your idea of success. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people who are famous, but they don't own their shit. They don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't own their masters. They don't own, you know what I'm saying? Like, on the low, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's really just what it is that.
Can I say this one thing about Kevin Hart, though, as far as what you were saying about him peaking? I don't think if he ever gets to the point where he does start going down, I don't think it's gonna be as hard for him because he helped so many people while he's up.
I feel like he's the Eddie Murphy of our generation.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
there's so many comedians that's like, oh,
I feel like he's gonna keep
Kevin
peaking.
Hart.
I feel like Kevin Hart is never gonna tank.
Yeah, and when
No, because even if something happens, everybody's got him because he's had everybody else while he's up. He's helping everybody.
Right.
So when he needs help, you know what I'm saying? Like they say, the same people you see on the way up, same people you're gonna see on the way down.
So even if he's tanks, we got you. We're gonna make sure he's straight.
Exactly.
Yeah,
they got him.
I believe my point of view on this. I agree with each and one of y'all. I believe.
Tighten it up,
Your mic
baby.
went soft.
Because I see
It's a microcosm.
Patrice is used to that.
Patrice mic over there and shit.
It's my fault that Benny went
Patrice, I
flaccid.
know you're used to that. It's like, what's wrong? Did you eat today? Like, it's okay. Trust me, I'm used to this.
Just give me 20 minutes. Give me 20 minutes.
I don't know what happened. I didn't take no vitamin C today. I've just been stressful. Like, my mom been in the hospital because she got
My dog
diabetes.
just
Benny's
died.
mic tired of his shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm tired of this nigga shit. But go ahead.
I guess with me, unpopular to popular belief, I believe in the story of the underdog. I love being the underdog. I've been on tour with a lot of people, and I've been with a lot of people that's way bigger than me. And I love the fact that I come out. Nobody knew who the fuck I was. Yeah, in my town, they know who I am in Atlanta and in different places. But I'm talking about on that national level. Mm-hmm. Like, you're doing a show with all the cats from Wildin' Out. I walk on stage, I'm like, who the fuck is this nigga?
Yeah.
Or doing with Mama D, and they got everybody from Love and Hip Hop, and I'm the MC, and they like, but I come out there when I come out there and rock the stage, I think they respect me more. And yeah, I didn't get as much autographs and everything, but it's like, it kind of more attention, like, who we know who you are, but who's that nigga?
Right.
Yeah.
I love
Absolutely.
that. I love being an underdog. I've been an underdog my whole life. That's why I think with me, a lot of people take my confidence for cockiness, and it's yeah, dude. People be like, "Oh, you a short, cocky nigga." And I'm like, I'm not cocky. It's just I've been the underdog my whole life. I've been the smallest in my whole group. I've been you know what I'm saying, hung around ball players and millionaires and that. So I had to form my own confidence.
Identity.
I had to form my own identity I know exactly who I am. And if I'm underrated, so be it. But I know when it's all said and done, the underdog wins. Or any of this nigga
Jesus
is.
Christ of Nazareth. I just feel like, okay, try this, Jarreau. Try to see if you can light it from here. If not, I'm gonna see if I have another lighter. I really think it's in my big
Y'all,
black
we
bag.
having technical difficulties, not with the mics, with the drugs and the cigars. And
It's always gonna be something you can.
please, if it's a lighter company, can you sponsor Smokin and
Smokin and Jokin, we need
We need like-
we need some more cigars. We need a cigar sponsor, a lighter sponsor, a
we
drink
need
sponsor.
sponsors.
Absolutely.
The underdog always win. In my book, you know what I'm saying? That's just what I believe in. Any real movie, like movies like Pursuit of Happiness and Superman and there was all think about it. Spider-Man was a nerd.
Superman ain't no goddamn underdog. He's a god. Like
No, but he was Clark Kent. You know what I'm saying? He was like the nerdy dude that worked in the office.
but I agree.
Here's a good example comparison. For those who are familiar, you have Jay-Z.
Okay.
You got Dame Dash.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Both used to be partners. Went two separate ways. One decided to stay independent. One decided to go corporate America. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So sometimes it's about what do you want? You know what I'm saying? Because like somebody might look at it and say, yo, I want to be where Jay-Z is. Somebody might look at it and say, I'd rather be where Dame Dash is because I don't want all that eyeballs on me. I don't want all that attention on me. I don't want all that. Because, you know, with the more you get, the more you go through.
Yeah.
That's just
Too much is
period.
given, must attach to it.
Right. So it's just like, what do you want and where do you want to be at? And I think that's a good question. Like to know, like, do you want the independent lifestyle of a comedian such as like Cat Williams, or do you want the corporate America lifestyle of a comedian like Kevin Hart?
Do you want the applause extra loud?
Well,
and
Cat
the paparazzi.
Cat worked a lot harder for himself. He produced his own specials. He put it into himself. With Kev, I'm not saying Kev didn't do that, but Kev, you know, he had the backing. You know, once you put you in the movies and stuff, everybody's throwing themselves at you. So it's a little different when Cat in one interview, he said, I didn't take out no loans.
So you can't say that one is more successful than the other is what I think Will is saying. I feel like, even if you made, I don't know, because some people be like numbers. It just, like I said, it just really just depends on
what you want.
What you find.
Let me ask you this. If I told you you'd be a one-hit wonder and that's it as far as that's concerned, or you could have this long career as an artist, but you ended up in both choices. You ended up in the exact same place, dollar-wise. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, then
if I love what I do, I'm gonna take the long career because I love what I do.
Well, I'm probably gonna take. I think longevity.
Hold up. Can we rephrase that question?
Yeah,
let's rephrase that. I want to re-ask that same question, but in a different way.
Okay.
If you could be a one-hit wonder tomorrow, but you could chase longevity fame, but you won't get there till 2025. This 2019 we in. So tomorrow I say, look, we can make you a one-hit wonder. You're gonna get a couple hundred thousand, but what you do after that is on you. Or I say, listen, I'm gonna give you the blueprint, but it ain't gonna come to fruition until 2025. It's gonna take you 6 years to get there. Like which path would you rather take?
I'm 6 God all day with it.
You 6 years? What you Benny? And then I'm gonna answer last. Go ahead.
I'm assuming God got the same plan. Like, I'm gonna be around.
I might
for 6
take that
years.
couple $100,000 and flip it. Nigga, I might not be there 6 months from now. Nigga, my mama got diabetes and got shit to do, my nigga.
Jarreau, where you at with it?
I think in a minute like that, I would, because I'm older, I probably would. I don't know.
You want to blow up tomorrow? You want to blow
probably,
up
but.
It only lasts for a year? You want to blow up tomorrow and it only lasts for a year?
Is that what the stipulation was? Only lasts for a year?
No. All I said was you get that one hit, you get some money, but whatever happens after that is on you.
Oh.
Like a smash and grab. You know what I'm saying?
Kind of like what guys do with you.
And then the other...
Never.
I would take the 6 year.
You would take the 6 year?
Yeah, because I feel like in that 6 years, I would learn a bunch of shit.
Cole said it's a slow process, and I ain't got nothing but time. He was already 30. They didn't want to fuck with Jay-Z because they said he was too old to be a rapper. When he finally was, you know what I'm saying? Granted, he's the exception.
27.
He did not peak.
His first album was Reasonable Doubt.
Right, but that was very underrated. I was gonna say
Blueprint was I'm Jay-Z, that God, the God,
and he was all 30, almost 30. Yeah, he was 30.
I'm gonna tell y'all what I'm doing. Just because I got a different mindset, I ain't really trying to chase the fame as much as I want to chase. Let's see, like I would say more like success, but from a standpoint of I can live comfortably. You know what I'm saying? So like me, I would take the one-hit wonder deal. I would be successful tomorrow, take the couple $100,000, invest it in a way where I could work at my pace to reach that same goal in 6 years, if not better. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So I feel like because you got to think right now, what's stopping you from really getting to that level you want to be at? No, more than likely, it's money. You know what I'm saying? If you had the money, you could accomplish a lot more than what you could accomplish without money. So you figure if somebody say, hey, listen, I could put all 4 of y'all on the show tomorrow. It's going to pay you all $100,000 a piece. Or I'm going to give you the blueprint to be successful by 2025. I'm going to take that deal with the $100,000 because with that $100,000, I can invest it in a way that'll help me live the life I need to live while I still work on my craft.
I get
you know
that.
what I'm saying?
Okay, I'm going to try this. If we all sign a deal, let's just say, okay, tomorrow, boom, Smokin and Jokin blew up. They all gave us $100,000 a piece. Who you think will go broke first?
Oh, you.
Nigga,
shit, you buy your mama house.
Benny
taking everybody to Golden Corral.
That's cheap though.
I know. That's what you gonna think.
I am. No, because my boys always say, man, you get money, you gonna blow it.
You definitely gonna blow it, nigga.
Why you say that?
I mean, because you're one of those cats
some
where
plastic glasses for $40. You gonna blow that shit.
Plus, you gotta think, bro. You work in the industry. You work in the nightlife industry.
Yeah,
and that's like a popular industry. It's
Popping
an expensive.
bottles.
It's an expensive industry.
It is.
I make decent money, but people don't understand. If I made what I made down south, like South Carolina or Atlanta, I'll be cool. But I'm making that, and I'm constantly spending it as I make it.
Right,
because you out every night. You buying.
So here's what happens. The reality of money, right? The average person does not live beneath their means.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So which means that I was always told you're supposed to be able to live on 30% of your income. And if you're not able to live on 30% of your income, you're living above your means. You know? So you got to think, the more money you get in, you're going to find a way to spend it. Like, think about it like this.
Outcast. It ain't how much you make, it's how much you spend.
Yeah. If you don't have a car, and then all of a sudden you get hit with $100,000, man, you about to go buy you a car. You know what I'm saying?
And you're not going to buy a bucket. You know you're not going to buy a bucket. You're going to buy
I'm about to
nice.
lease the ghost. I'm finna pull up to the podcast.
Like, where you at? I got the rain outside.
I'll be popping bottles and smoking and joking. The girl with the sparkles will come. Thank you, baby. Patrice, you better not spill this. I think it's little man syndrome. We like extravagant shit. I'm not gonna be broke, but I'm gonna mess up the check a lot.
Running through the money. You gonna run through some of that shit. You be like, Jarreau, let me get a loan. Jarreau.
No, the reason I asked that because because my boys always say that, man. When you get the check, bro, you gonna fuck it up, bro. And I'm just like, why gotta be me?
Part of it for
Patrice,
me is I've had money before.
Yeah.
I have come into money before, and so I've had the opportunity to be on some tomorrow ain't promised, run through $180,000 in a very short amount of time.
Yeah.
However, I would not make that same. I would not make those same choices again.
Yeah.
I would not.
You live and you learn, yo. Like I could attest to that because I spent almost 10 years in the car business, right? And in a couple of those years, I had a chance to kind of be like part owner of a car dealership. And me and my partner at the time was splitting the money. You know what I'm saying? We had our percentage that we split at the end of the day. So like once we sold the cars, we paid all the bills, whatever the profit was, we had our split. And there were weeks where I'm going home with $7,000-8,000 in a week. You know, and I had a nice house. I had 2 cars. I was married at the time. My wife had 2 cars. You know what I'm saying? Like we were living a lifestyle that we shouldn't have been living just yet. You know what I'm saying? Like I wish I had
acting
taken
like niggas that ain't never had shit.
Yeah,
That's what we do.
I wish I could go back in time and take some of that money and invest it in a way. Like my partner was smart. I was the dumb one. He was smart. Like he's still running that same dealership. Very successful. He's a millionaire right now. Like he's very successful. And it's like I'm like, damn. And I had to tell him. I had to like. It takes a lot to be humble and say, yo, you had some good discipline, bro.
Yeah.
Like you had some really, really good discipline, and it wasn't easy. I ain't gonna make it seem like it wasn't easy, but he had discipline enough to manage his money in a way.
Was he married?
He's married. He got married eventually, but he wasn't married at the time. You know what I'm saying? He was single. I was married. You know what I'm saying? So
but you thinking for 2.
Plus, I had a kid. He didn't have a kid at that time.
You thinking for 2. He thinking for self. It's different, y'all.
No, even it's still because if you got the right
but he was
partner,
thinking about tomorrow. I was thinking about today. You know what I'm saying?
Your shorty should have been like, okay, we can only drive 1 car at a time, so we really only need 2 cars. There's no reason for 4 cars to be sitting outside of our. You know what I'm saying? Like
you got 2, I want 2. That's how.
Like you know what I'm saying. So again, your partnership in business as well as personal life can make a big difference of the type of lifestyle that you lead.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like for real.
Yo, life is about lessons, yo. We live and we learn, bro. We learn a lot of lessons.
Killer Mike. Oh no, go ahead.
The reason I was sitting there laughing to your story, I was listening to what you were saying, but when you said he's a millionaire and you was like, damn, I just pictured you having ran through all your shit. Looking at this nigga like, this nigga's a millionaire.
I'm like, let me hold something, bro.
Hey, what did you spend the majority of your money on?
Man, it was stupid stuff, man. I had a group of friends, man. Me and my guy, we would go out every Thursday. Thursday night was guys' night. So every Thursday we go out. It was always my treat.
I was gonna say,
you know what I'm saying?
That's how you be when you have it. I'm that same type of person.
Yeah,
that's
me too.
I know.
Hey.
Like if
And
I got it, we got it.
Yeah. And if I had friends who live in paycheck to paycheck, they ain't got it. I'm like, I'll be like, we going out. Oh, no, I ain't got it. Oh, come on, you ain't got it. I was gonna say that. Like every Thursday they knew like we was going to the spot we always go to, and I was gonna treat. You know what I'm saying? Like shopping spree. Like my ex-wife knew every Sunday, because I worked 6 days a week. I worked Monday through Saturday. Every Sunday, she would get a couple $100. We were at the mall. We shopped every Sunday, to the point where the valet guy at the mall knew us by name. I pull up, he was like, "Hey, big money." His name was Thomas. I still remember this dude's name. Feel good, he's still working valet at the mall. It made you feel good. It was like, yo, I parked my car in the front of the mall. Like when I valet parked, my car was in the front. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a lifestyle that it was addictive. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, like you can go eat wherever you want. And I like seafood, so I'm from Baltimore, so like I'm a seafood every week, every day if I want it. You know what I'm saying? Like you start doing things
in front of the mall.
Huh?
What happened now if you park in front of the mall?
Oh man, they probably about
he going to go check to see how many Boy Will shirts been sold if he at the mall.
Was that humbling to just go from there to not living that type of lifestyle no more? Did you want to jump off a cliff?
Nah, I never got to the point where I was like, I was always like rooted and sound enough to make sound decisions and be strong, you know. But it's a level of maturity where you kind of got to realize, like, damn, I done made some mistakes. Yo, if you're not a person who make mistakes and learn from it, you're a scary person. But that's a dangerous person. A person who make mistakes and don't realize or don't want to learn from it, like that's a scary place to be. You got to be able to self-reflect, look in that mirror and say, yo, where did I go wrong?
Yeah. But check this out. This is the thing. Okay, so and I'm sure y'all can attest to this too, because we that same type of person. Like, if I got it, we got it, right? There is when you winning, there is a high that you get from helping and celebrating with the people around you, and you know what I'm saying, and being able to be like, nah, don't worry about it, I got it, let's go. Like there's a high that comes from that, and at the time you don't even realize that that's what you're indulging in. You know what I'm saying? But you just built that way, and then you know what I'm saying. Like if you look up later on and you like, man, like I was doing the most. Like a lot of that money could have went to something that's more important. You know what I'm saying?
That's why for me, success don't translate to dollar signs, because I know what it feels like to look at your bank account and have nothing to worry about financially and still not necessarily be happy and have peace. So, you know, because again, I'm telling you, sometimes the only thing, like sometimes being broke, even J. Cole said sometimes I think being broke was better, because when you ain't got no money, you ain't got to worry about what the fuck to do with it. But when you have it, it's like, oh God, you know what I'm saying?
There's a sense of anxiousness. The accountant just boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Burning the hole in your
I'm gonna jump
pocket
off. I got a question. It kind of ties in what you just said. Would you rather have it and lose it than never have it at all?
Oh, have it and lose it,
because
I can get it back.
A
real hustler gonna get it back.
Why I'd rather have it and lose it.
Because you know you can get it back.
Bro, everything about this T-shirt and the Born Winner brand is about a mindset that I have everything I need to do what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? So like, if I did it before, and that's why I never like got to that place where I was like depressed or ready to jump off a bridge or anything like that, because my mindset was already, if I did it before,
I can do it again.
I could do it again.
Absolutely.
And I look at it when you say, would you rather be this person or would you rather be at this level or that level or comfortable? I feel that way about success. If I can get some, I can have it all. So I'm never going to say I'd rather have it like here. I want wherever this gift can take me, the highest level.
Absolutely.
Because I want to when I want to die on E. I don't want to die on full. Damn, you at this level, but you could have been here.
This nigga geeking over this joint. Like, what is happening?
I don't want to die off that
cigars. He got
it's just Will, man. I'm thinking of a new T-shirt, a picture. Y'all know how we doing the picture. I'm thinking of a picture with Will standing there, facing a mansion with his old partner, and his pockets turned inside out.
Yeah,
but there's a lot of people who are like
he
that.
Coming at you. Hey, the name of the T-shirt is Lost It All.
But there's a lot of people who like that. Like, they got mansions, they got cars, but they don't have no money for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, they struggling to keep those things that they have. And what I will
Keeping
say
up with
is,
the Joneses type stuff.
yeah, I mean, yeah, and what I will say, like, for me is, like, I can appreciate the fact that I don't have no Louis Vuitton, not because I can't buy it or that I didn't. What I chose to do was invest in myself in some ways. So yeah, even though the money was blown technically, the fact that, but is she funny is trademarked. I own that. Try me, ho. The fact that you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying, the fact that you was like, you got a backdrop, you know what I'm saying, like I saw a vision, and so the money was blown. I took experiences, I took trips and stuff like that. I felt like I got my money's worth. Now, would I have spent it all the exact same way and as fast? Absolutely not. But I don't have no regrets because you know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like just, go get depreciate and shit. Like, I bought a car, the Infinity I drive, it was only 10.5, but you know what I'm saying, I paid for it in cash. So it wasn't like, you know what I'm saying, like, I don't know. A lot of times we just have a tendency to like get things that's gonna create bills. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll start buying shit and, you know, a big ass house, and now, you know, you're running through the money, but you still got these revolving debts. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was my only thing. I was like, if I can be if I don't have any real debts, to me, that's a good standard of living.
Yeah.
I want it all, nigga.
The one thing that I respect about money is that it builds character. If you learn the lessons from the money that you should, it builds character. Like, the one thing I really respect about where I could be versus where I am.
Oh, you'll find out who you are
as a father. You get what I'm saying? Like, I struggle with, like, you know, I want to provide for my son. I want my son to have a certain lifestyle, but at the same time, like, I don't want my son to be spoiled and feel like he's entitled.
Absolutely.
And then he don't learn the lessons that need to be learned. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm in a place now where it's like, I'm learning lessons and I need my son to learn lessons. You know what I'm saying?
You know why that's so hard though? Is because we're wired to, and any parent that's worth anything, we're wired to want our kids to have a better life than we had. Right. And we don't know where the line is necessarily. But
we can't translate better to more stuff.
Yeah,
we can't
that's
do
what
that.
I'm saying. It's like a thing that, again, that we're doing without even realizing. Some of the actions we take, it's just like, it's our instincts to be like, no, he's not going to feel this pain, not going to feel that pain. But some of that pain that you felt is the shit that built you.
It's absolutely necessary. I had my first job at 14. How old was y'all when y'all first started working? Like, I was getting a W-2.
I worked at my dad's tire shop. My dad was a manager at Firestone. He used to take me and my other brothers. One of us, I was like 9. My older brother was 12. My other brother was 14.
Y'all got paid?
No.
Oh.
He said, fuck no. My dad owe me money now. Nigga, is you listening to this? Thanks for reminding me.
Cash up.
And he took my income tax in 2009. But that's a different story.
That's low.
But I guess where I'm getting at. But what he taught me along the way is worth more than money. I maybe after a month go by, he'll give each of us like $20. I'm like, I worked a month for 20. I say, is this a Mexican family?
Yeah.
But he was like, what you learning now? My dad used to get up at 4:30 every morning. My dad worked 100 hours a week, and he used to open the store by himself. He said, yeah, I'm the manager, but I run this like I'm the owner. My dad was there from sun up to sundown. Yeah. His boys would come out and do the inventory and this and that. I'm talking about 5,000 tires we had to market from it was so tedious. And I'm like, God damn. Yeah.
So you learning patience.
You learning patience. You learning all of it. So what if my dad paid me $100 a week? I just would have been a kid that got paid $100 a week. What I learned along the line is whatever you do it, treat it like it's your own. People be like, oh, bro, you ain't no comedian. You're a promoter. No, I'm a promoter, but I'm the best promoter that I'm going to be. And I'm a comedian. You know what I'm saying? No matter if I put my stamp on it, I'm going to treat it like it's mine. That's anything. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Right. So certain stuff, like a long time ago, I just used to do shit just to do shit. But if I'm going to do something, if they say, hey, we part of this podcast, hey, when we start promoting, I want to promote it. This is our podcast. And I'm going to treat it like it's ours. And my dad taught us that early. Some of us didn't take it. One of my brothers is on drugs now. But he took the $20 and got high off a Robitussin. But listen, that has nothing to do. But the lesson he taught was no matter what you do, once you put your stamp on it, if it's yours, treat it like it's yours.
Yeah.
And that's everything. That's in everything. Because how you do something, He used to say, how you do something is how you do everything. I was like, that's not true.
If you faithful in small things, you faithful in great things.
I've had the opportunity.
He still owe me money, though. He took my income tax in 09.
I've had the opportunity to work, and I thank God for every opportunity I have, man. I had the opportunity to work underneath of entrepreneurs for a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So working underneath of the business owner, you get to see like what they go through, what they deal with.
Yeah.
So the average person who has a job, they just think about how they feel about the job.
Yeah.
We ain't getting this, we ain't getting that. They got an employee mindset. You know, but once you start working right underneath the owner and you're not sensitive, because you're gonna get cussed out. If you work underneath an owner, when the owner get pissed, you're gonna feel it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why managers exist, because you need a buffer between the owner of something and the employee of something.
Because
managers, if you get a chance to talk to a manager of any place, they're gonna say, "Oh yeah, man, we get cussed out, yelled at, we don't get treated right." But that you need that buffer. Somebody has to be able to. The owner has to be able to sit down and say, "Look, this is what it is. This is what I need done," and that manager goes out and they do it in a positive way to make the employees feel good. Say, hey guys, this is what we're gonna do. Sales meetings, blah blah blah, rah rah rah.
He's the middleman. The manager is the middleman.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But if you can learn at an early age, man, to take ownership, like you said, of anything, you can advance. My career working period, I've always excelled at every job because I took ownership. I treated the job as if like how would I treat this if I was the owner? You know what I'm saying? I would go to the dealership on days when I was in the dealership. I wasn't even the owner. I would go out. I would go there and just pick the trash up off the lot. And I'm like, yo, the lot look bad. The owner would be pissed if he saw this trash on the lot. Let me go out and get the trash off the lot, make it look good. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of stuff. Employee come to work. Hey, they walking past all the trash.
Nobody's going to treat
the janitor.
Nobody's going to treat. My dad did tell me that nobody's going to treat your stuff like it's theirs.
Yeah.
So when he walked in there,
sometimes people do treat it like it's theirs because they don't give a fuck about their own shit.
But learning how now from how my dad used with the tire shop, it captivated to him to open up his own tax business, and he ran his tax business just like he ran the manager. He was just like, yo, this is just a stepping stone. Yep. So they give me all the ins and outs, the sheets. You know what I'm saying? All the stuff I need to do. Now I know what it is to run a multi-million-dollar business. I took that as an experience. Fuck the salary.
So that's how he got you in 09?
Huh?
Because he had
he did. No, that's how he got me. And I reported.
What's your daddy tax service meeting right now?
And I reported him to the IRS. I said,
I reported
my dad to the IRS. I said, that nigga out there scamming.
I was like, he just told us his business was shady. Like, he don't even know that.
I will say this. Every great business started with some shady shit.
I can believe that.
In America.
Yes and no. Well, I don't know what Jeff Bezos did. I mean, Amazon started out the garage, but I don't know how.
They did something shady.
I don't know what else. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody had to take one for the team.
But when you think about the Kennedys,
they trying to take over the world now.
They were bootleggers.
I'm talking about to be.
When
I say this, to become successful, you have to step on some toes.
Oh, absolutely.
Maybe not so much shady as in.
I would reword it and just say it just requires you to take some risks. Like, I know some people who started businesses without a business license.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't had the money to get a business license. But you start selling it illegally until you get the money to make it legal. You know what I'm saying?
But sometimes your business is going to put people out. Like Netflix put Blockbuster out of business.
You got
it. They can't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, this is the.
You can't be.
Uber put a lot of taxi drivers out.
Taxis is almost extinct now.
You know what I'm saying? I don't even know how people get
in the taxi no more. It's you know what I mean?
Where do you even wave?
You said something about last week. You said to become an entrepreneur, you have to have some type of dog and some type of asshole in you, and it's the truth. It's like getting on stage after you've been a comedian, you've been beat down, you done bombed. After a while, you don't give a fuck. It's not about them no more. It's about you. Fuck y'all. I say something on stage, but I really mean it. Fuck y'all. That shit funny to me. Like, I really, after a while, I just start saying shit to me that I think it's funny.
Yeah.
And it's just.
As you should.
That's how I go into that's how I've always gone into it. Like, if it makes me laugh, it makes it to the stage.
Yeah.
And when
that's always been my motto.
Whenever I fuck up on stage, I'm worried about the people. I'm worried about them. Whenever I fuck up, it's just, that might be too sensitive. Whenever I don't give a fuck, that's when I do good. So, it's just one of them things. This ain't a sermon. Yeah. This ain't church. It's comedy. I get what you're saying too, William. He's like certain things you gotta say. And last week to all the single mothers, I want to apologize to y'all.
What did he say about that?
Well, you just order women.
You don't have women organs. You don't have women organs.
His
so
no man platform.
It's all man platform.
Benny was on his hurt man shit last week.
He-Man Woman Haters Club. Like, what the fuck? Little rascal.
I'm actually doing a raffle for you ladies and later on the episode. But I just it built being an entrepreneur, you have to have some type of dog in you. When I mean dog, meaning underdog. Yeah. Meaning it all draws back to what you're trying to say. I'd rather be that person that's not known. When I arrive, y'all gonna feel it and y'all gonna know why I'm here.
Yeah, I think sometimes you just can't relax when you decide to take that step and say, you know, I'm gonna open my own business, or I want to work for myself or do whatever. You can't be relaxed with it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you ever been in anything that I curate, any show, event, anything, like I can't sit still and just enjoy the show.
Hell
like
nah.
I'm always like, okay, what's going on? Is the server coming around greeting the people? Or is the server coming around taking people order? Like, are people look happy? Do they look like they impatient? Like, what's going on? Like, where are we at in the show? How's the show flowing? Like, what's going to happen next? You know, like my mind is on the success of the show while the show is going on. And sometimes when I try to take myself out of stuff, like Sunday open mic, right? I try to take a step back. I got a new host for Sunday open mic. So this Sunday, I took a step back. I was getting my shirts ready to put into place, you know. So I ain't really paying the open mic no mind. I ain't do none of my stories that I normally do. So what happened was some of the artists got impatient because the host messed up the order, the list. So like now people get mad. Like when I'm going, the list got messed up. So it's just like the stuff that I normally managed, I didn't manage this past Sunday.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it went to shit. You know,
and I feel like
I had to get on the mic and kind of apologize because 4 people walked up to me and said, man, the day is different. You know, the energy a little different. Like everything was different because everybody's not going to operate like you. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes when you know how to take ownership of something and then you leave it in the hands of somebody else, they may not know how to care for it the way you care for it. Right. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you.
And that's why I believe in having a team.
Yeah.
So,
Now I was just saying, this dude was checking the lineup one day. I got in there. I came. It tickled me. I came to the back room. This nigga's working on the lineup. I said, "What up, Will?" This nigga didn't flinch. Like I didn't exist right then.
Yeah.
No, there was nothing.
You know,
this nigga
that's
was
a
so
bad
focused
characteristic.
in.
I'm gonna ask y'all about
That's what Smokin
that.
It is what it
Let me
is,
speak to this
though.
question because me and my girl, we get into this all the time, right? I could be home. We could be sitting on the couch watching or supposedly watching TV. I may not be into the show. I may be in my mind. I may be doing comedy in my mind. Mm-hmm. I may be working on a set in my mind, on stage, working on something. Or I might be at an event. In my mind, I'll be different places. You know, so you might start talking to me thinking I can hear you just because it don't look like I'm doing anything. So I told my girl, I'll be like, man, you be able to get my attention, say, excuse me, hello. Like, because sometimes you can start talking to me, I won't hear you because my mind, I'm deep in thought.
I literally said that on stage last night.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah, yo. When he came, I was like writing the names and I'm like in thought. He came in, spoke to me. I honestly didn't hear him. You know, and sometimes I had to go back and apologize to people like Andy Feds. I had to apologize to his wife before. She spoke to me one time. I didn't acknowledge her, not because I'm rude or I'm ignorant. It's just that my mind was on a lot of different things. And sometimes people come up and they'll speak. And I'll be like, oh, shucks. Like, I had to snap out of it. Like, oh, damn, my bad. Hey, how you doing? You know?
For it to have been rude, though, your facial expression would have had to change if somehow, like, man, fuck, or something like that. You didn't even know I said anything to you. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you were so locked in. And there was another time I seen you walking from that back room. You was coming around. And I remember when they was complaining about the servers, nigga, you was walking. Nigga, you was going back and forth, and you did not look happy. Like you was not.
I think that's a great trait. That's a great entrepreneur getting lost.
No, he takes pride in it.
You getting lost in whatever you're doing. Like it took you a minute to hand me Thursday because you didn't think that I would give it the attention that it needed. Because you know.
No. It wasn't that. I just had to get to a place where I felt like I feel like you can't operate without help. So I felt like if I
we know this to be true.
This is true.
If I had a back out of Thursday before we had a DJ AO, it wouldn't have gone as well. Like DJ AO and you make a good team to run Thursday. You know what I'm saying?
He's my. I don't want to say backbone, but he's the guy.
He's your help.
That's
your team.
He's the guy that keep shit because I'm in a sense I'm everywhere. So I'm like, this and that. Damn, that bitch look fine. I mean, that young lady. yeah. Are they gonna have liquor runs today? I'm everywhere, but at the same time, I know what I'm doing. I'm a what's the word I'm looking for? God damn, I can't get the word I'm looking for. I'm like him when he's trying to find at the top.
You just have a short attention span.
I have a short attention span, but I know how to zone in. I mean, you see me when
I know. Listen, I look at, so we're all a team, and I look at everybody on the team, and I look at strengths and I look at weaknesses.
Yeah.
And when I say the team, even me, I look at my strengths, my weaknesses, and I feel like whenever you have a team, your team should be able to cover your weaknesses.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like the things I'm weak at, Jarreau strong at, you strong at, Patrice strong at. The things I'm strong at, you may be weaker at. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like Patrice is good at things I'm not good at.
Same.
And that's what makes the team important, because now we all bring our strengths together to work toward that bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's where it's at.
One thing I do admire about Patrice now that she left the room is she can get lost in writing. Shit, I had to be doing something to be like, oh, that shit is funny.
Right.
Patrice told me like how she writes. I think it's amazing to just tune in and zone in, and it's so hard for me to do that because my mind is on a million different places. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But somebody did say, boom, I am writing today, and this is what I'm doing.
This is what I'm doing.
Because I'll start writing and be like, let me just go to the day club right quick just so I can get some inspiration.
Yeah. And sometimes you got to know yourself well enough to know where do you operate best. Like sometimes people who like work for themselves, like say as an artist, you write. Let's just say it's too many distractions for you to write at home. You got to know like where's the best place for you to write. Like where can I go and get the peace of mind that I need to write without the distractions? You know what I'm saying?
I get most of my ideas around people.
So maybe you need to write at Starbucks.
Who, me?
Yeah, you might need to write at Starbucks when
like
you're around people.
When I see, I'm like, oh, I could do that. When I'm by myself, I don't get nowhere.
Yeah.
When I see people, like Jarreau would say something, I'm like, damn, that was funny, or this and this and that. When my interaction with people helps me write.
Man, look, I know one thing that could be dope for you is that I know you got so many stories, right? And in those stories is just funny little situations, and then take those situations that tie in with the other ones and make one joke out of it. That you could do that all day, because I know you got stories that people don't have. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So there's things that happen in those stories that people probably could believe but not really truly identify with. But I know you can find a way to make it funny. That's real. That's just something to start off with if you ain't got no ideas. That's why I always start off with stories.
I think I have so many stories. I'm like, damn, where do I start?
Yeah.
Are we going around in a circle talking about how much we love each other, saying what we love about one another? Because I'm gonna, just for the sake of it, since he said something nice about me for 2 seconds, I'm gonna tell you what I love about Benny. Benny
talking to the camera.
Talking to the camera
so they can hear this.
Everybody say, hey, Benny.
Okay.
They probably didn't hear any of that, by the way.
It's okay, good. All right, so since we being all nice and stuff for 3 seconds, I'm gonna tell you what I love about Benny.
I think we should close the show on that, on the positive note. Seriously.
What I love about Benny is he reminds me to have fun. Sometimes people who are like writers and introvert and stuff like that, like we forget to have fun. Mm-hmm. And Benny has this way of, even sometimes it's completely obnoxious, but he has a way of tapping into that, making you want to like meet people, talk to people, just enjoy the moment. You remember at Pop's freaking birthday party, I'm all on the daggone pole.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just not my general disposition at all. No, but yeah, so I mean, aside from the fact that I do feel like, you know, he's a star just because he just has that star quality. That's one thing I like about Benny, is he has a way of making people come out of their shell around him. Like, you don't have a choice. Because if not, he just going to keep fucking with you.
I'm not that at the barbecue. You're going to acknowledge me. Thank you, Patrice.
You know how I know you like me better? Because when his cigar went light, you was like, you ain't smoking it. And then you see me struggling with my shit, you went up and got a whole nother lighter for me.
Yeah, also because I want to hit your blunt. But
yeah. For sure
say something nice about Williams.
There you go.
Other than y'all have the same size titties. Well, Williams is big.
He charges me minimum for the rent. No.
Don't tell all your listeners you live with William. Now William's
Oh man.
No, but what I love about Will though, Will is extremely just the hustler in him, the go-getter is just like, it has to rub off on you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? If nothing else, he's gone all the time. Like, he's always just about making it happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, I might be an idea person, but he is the get it done. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's the get it done.
Execution.
He's all about execution. And he just don't let anything slow him down. Like, he don't let nothing slow him down.
All right, last person, Jeremy. I mean, Jarreau. I called you by your real name. You gotta say something good about.
I mean, it's all my real name.
Well, Jarreau knows that. Listen, everybody was I supposed to say something good about him?
Yeah. Then you gotta say something, then boom, and I'll end. And I'll end the service.
Jay is. I'm an analog girl in a digital world. Like, I promise you, just when it comes to social media, when it comes to the internet, just like all the graphics, like, he is just in the matrix in a way that I could never be. And he just gives himself so freely. It's like he enjoys it. So he really don't, you know what I'm saying, like, have any issues with, like, if you could see our group chats, which y'all better not ever see. Like, even just making up stuff to put in the group chat that's funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jay is just like, when it comes to just the technological stuff, I appreciate him being a part of the team, because we know Benny ass can't do it. I certainly can't.
No, I can't
like,
do it.
And I think Will got a couple little hands. He can make a flyer, but he can't get busy with the shit that Jay can get busy with. Like,
William, your turn. Strength. What you like about everybody's strengths?
Strengths and weakness.
I didn't say weakness.
You gotta get the weakness.
I only have weakness for you. I'm gonna get what you say now.
Corporate America, we used to have to call those
y'all
opportunities.
Tell me about yourself.
Yeah.
Man, you fun, but you ain't shit. And you ain't paid your child support.
Man, I'm gonna actually start with Benny. Since we here, I'm gonna actually start with Benny. I love Benny's energy, kind of like what Patrice was saying, man. Like really, from all of y'all, I'm learning even still to come out of my shell. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm such, like, y'all may not know it, but I'm an introvert, really. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm an introvert and an extrovert. I could be an extrovert, but I push myself to be an extrovert. You know what I'm saying? But I'm more of like an internal processor. Like, I could really sit by myself and be content. You know what I'm saying? But like, I'm learning from you guys, you know what I'm saying, how to come out of my shell, be more open, interactive, stuff like that. Even being here in Vegas, doing events and stuff like that, that's opened me up a lot more than I've been in the past. You know what I'm saying? Since I met you, like, I kind of pick up on your energy styles. I'm like, I need to have more energy like Benny. You know what I'm saying? And the one thing I like about you is, like, you're one of those people where if somebody brings something to your attention, like, you'll fix it. Like, you work on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I used to always joke about Benny being late, but like, now I'm the one late. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was late today.
I was the
You
last
know what I'm saying?
one.
Like, Benny, like, I'm on time. I was like, damn, like, Benny on time?
I was like, I'm here.
Dang. So like, Benny,
I had 15 extra
I
minutes.
was playing dice for like a corner away.
Benny is an awesome person, awesome energy,
Man,
a lot to learn from. You're a hustler just like me. You know what I'm saying? I see hustle in everybody. Like, that's what attracts me to people that I pair myself up with. You know, I see a hustler in them. I see some of me in them. You know, especially Jarreau. Like, moving on to Jarreau. Like, Jarreau, when I first met him, you know, we got him on the comedy show. He got me on this podcast. You know, I mean, me and him chopped it up on a podcast and found out that we had a lot in common. You know what I'm saying? Like, we both were in the church, we both were in ministry, and both fell out of ministry, and now I'm chasing a whole different dream. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we got a lot in common. I see the same business characteristics in him that I see in myself. You know, like he put this whole studio together, all this equipment he invested in, all the work he do on the graphic design. Like, he does the flyer for the Tickle Me show on Wednesdays. Right. You know what I'm saying? Not only does he do
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he does the flyer and stuff for this podcast, all the graphics for this podcast, all this stuff y'all see on the screen here. Jarreau does.
The YouTube channel that you need to subscribe to. Like,
without Jarreau, it wouldn't be no podcast. It would just be
us on live. We'll still go live. It'll just be 4 phones going live.
So I don't give a fuck what they say about you. You the podcast guy in Las Vegas.
I used to joke a lot about people who like smoke a lot of weed. You'd be like, man, they can't get nothing done. You know what I'm saying? And I smoke, but it's like I felt like sometimes when people smoke too much, you can't get nothing done. You get lazy. But this nigga here contradicted all of that. Yeah. This nigga will be high and get shit done. Like he's like, yeah, I got this. I got an idea.
I don't even know if I want to see Jarreau not high. I've never seen this man, so I have never seen him not.
Jarreau is right now as we speak is working on that app. He working on the Jarreau app.
Yeah,
the tech app.
Jarreau, have I ever seen
Patrice, man, on a couple different levels helps me in a couple different ways. You know, Patrice is a seasoned comedian, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? She's an excellent writer. Like, me and Patrice had started working on some stuff, and I saw some of her writing, and I was like, man, like, she is very, creative. Like, I never seen Patrice sit and watch TV. Like, I never see Patrice sit still. Like, her creativity and her mind is always going. Like, she's always on the go. Patrice also helps me in the area where it's like, you know how like you have your mom check you on things. Like, Patrice will check me. And I respect it. I never said it to you, but like I respect the checks. You know what I'm saying? Like in the group chat, you posted something, I put it on social media. Patrice was like, you have my permission to do that. And I didn't think about it from her standpoint. I was like, damn, I guess from her standpoint, like I looked at it as like joking. But when you shared like why I needed to delete it, I was just like, you know what? Like that makes perfect sense. You got to respect.
I felt terrible after that.
Yeah. I was just like, dang. I was like, dang, I just responded like, delete it. You know, I ain't had nothing else to say because I was like, but it helps because I feel like right every man needs like a woman to kind of help bring a different perspective because as men sometimes we don't mature as quick as women. Yeah. You know, so you bring a level of maturity to the situation as well as the creativity. So like. I respect you. I respect you on so many different levels. You know what I'm saying? So like, and then your energy as well. Like you hyper like Vinny. Like y'all both have like the same level of energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is you laughing?
Please make sure that you cut to where he was just trying to puff on that cigar just now.
Let me be real. I'm gonna tell you another thing I've learned from both of y'all. Then I'm gonna end it. Y'all can move on. Right. One thing I learned to say shit a lot faster.
Yeah,
because I could be slow. I could be like, all right, let me slow walk this. Let me tell y'all why I'm saying it. But I try to get to the point quick because neither one of y'all will sit still long. You know what I'm saying? So I'd be like, hey, Patrice, be like, all right, like, I was still talking, Patrice. Benny the same thing.
I was like, sorry. I was just like, it was.
I was looking for you at daylight. It's like we can't find Patrice.
Yo, so I'm learning. I learned to say it quick. Like get to the point quick. Because these niggas ain't gonna be here for a long period of time.
Check out.
I love all y'all, man.
Man, it was some. What was that?
What you admire about everybody?
What did you just say about Patrice?
What in the world?
Her energy or not?
Literally just stopped talking 2 seconds ago.
Other than we have unlimited lighters, light your weed. What do you like about it?
It was something that he had just said that was.
Jerome didn't remember the topic, nigga. Like, anyway, today we're gonna have
man. In my mind, it made a lot more sense. So anyway, Patrice.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so
the thing I love about Patrice is this R&B Jarreau talking to me right now. Patrice.
Yeah. The thing about Patrice is, man, she could be so. Well, first thing I noticed about her is how quick she was. Because the first time
here we go.
Yeah, first time I seen her on stage, she was hosting. You know what I mean? That was that. I mean, that was. I got did in that night. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was the host. He was the shady character off to the side. And then he show up at the last minute to win the competition. I'm like, oh, man. Like, I just got did in tonight.
It do look like it was a racket now. That didn't look like it was a ruse now. It wasn't a short time.
What time Benny get here? So
yeah, nah, but I'm just fucking with you. But
that's why I sent the results and say you won that night.
Hey, yo, but I'm going to tell you something, yo. And sorry to cut you off. Sometimes people be thinking shit rigged.
But
I'm going to tell you, I'm going to set the record straight. Because Benny has won a competition that I've thrown. Patrice has won a competition. And they both took my money. Like, so it's definitely not. If it was rigged, they'd be like, nah, yo, I want to keep your money. You know what I'm saying? They both took my money.
Run me mine. R-M-M. Yes.
You notice how
what was rigged was
I gave it right back to you for the rent.
What was rigged was the weak ass shot glasses you sold me. I was like, I'm a support. That bitch broke in my hand.
No, it didn't.
No, it's not.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Listen,
liable. I will have your ass tied up in litigation. I hope people understand. That's one thing about me. I'm shrewd with the business. Like, don't do that on no platform.
We sorry, girl. We trying to give you a minute to remember.
No, that was the thing.
You need another lighter?
Yeah. That was the thing. Was not only did you correct that situation with the picture, you know what I mean, as far as take it down, but in that she was like, you could have said this or this, but this next to my face, we ain't having it. Right. And that shit was just funny to me. Like on the part of still feeling bad, I felt bad, but that was still funny though. Right.
You didn't have to feel bad because I promise you, Will. If I would have respected if Will would have been like, nah, that shit funny to me, I'm leaving it up, and I just would have spammed the fuck out of your page. Like you would have been at zero, starting from scratch.
Don't fuck over Patrice. She gonna have all your business in the streets.
No, never that.
Sending the screenshots from the chat.
No, but then it's that, and then I love it that, you know, she not to be played with. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, I've seen a couple people try to play, she gonna check check you. She gonna give you. She gonna give you all you
joke
need.
Wise. He's talking about jokes, people.
I saw a post on Facebook all the way from Baltimore saying Vegas.
Oh God,
Patrice out there bullying in Vegas.
You make one bitch bleed in a garage boxing, and now you the bully of Las Vegas. She asked me to box.
But can she box though?
No. When people talk shit to Patrice, she say put them gloves on though.
But can she box though?
But can she
Your arm's too short to box with God.
That's true.
But see, so I love that so clear side. Like it's the side that's not to be played with, and it's the funny side. Then you got the business side. Then you got the lovable side. You know what I'm saying? Like all of it. Sides. Yeah. And it's just they're all clear sides, but they're all roll into one thing.
Male and female. That's one.
Duality, something that you would know nothing about because you're still trying to come out. I don't know why I'm gonna bring unicorn cupcakes for Benny next week.
I'm gonna eat them too.
And so my thing with Will is, like he said, man, talking to him. When he came on the podcast, talking to him, we did see, like, we had a lot of things in common. That's one of the cool things I like about doing the podcast is that, by the way, Barstool Podcast with Jarreau, that sign right there. You check that out. YouTube, go subscribe. But
don't cost nothing to hit that button.
Right. And the thing I like about, for sure I'm getting that t-shirt. The thing I like about it is without knowing each other, we got so many of the same vibes. The vibe that I did know off the bat was we both love to see other people win.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
This man goes out of his way to, and that's what I tell people when I was telling somebody last night, like, come through, I'll introduce you to. But my thing is, with him, he's gonna do everything he can for you. But if you're not doing it for yourself, he's not gonna play himself like that. And
what's dope about that, just to not to cut you off, but it's not quid pro quo. Like, he don't have no hidden agenda with helping. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's genuine. Yeah. Like, oh my God, when you find somebody, if you find somebody genuine in entertainment, you gotta hold on to.
Like, you letting Patrice stay in the cage, you know, and he don't want to fuck you. And here's a book. Here's some tea. Here's some Hennessy.
Said the man that started this podcast. If I want to fuck you, I'm gonna fuck you.
Cut that out.
Benny is so problematic. I promise you. And listen, I'm gonna send him a check every so often, but he's gonna be canceled. I was gonna say, listen, I'm already prepared for Benny to be the fuck canceled, and it's gonna still be like, you know, just how I go. But
I will accept it and be canceled.
Listen, Benny getting canceled out here. I promise you. I hope you don't have no Twitter.
Benny got canceled.
Yo, the internet is cold.
I would be one of the niggas that have like 5 sitcoms. What happened to the sitcom? shit is.
Benny got canceled.
Back at Thirsty Thursdays. Catch me with DJ.
Oh man. Yeah, with Will, man, like it's that the similarities and the actual wanting to see people win. For me, I can't not root for you if I know that you're that way. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like I can't not root for you. So it's like, and it's like when I looked up at it and seen it's like, oh, just the same cat from that. Then the next time I seen you was I think it was Thirsty Thursdays, and then it was like the Tickle Me thing, all that. It's like, oh, he's just. And then I seen you at the place, and then I seen you at the CMXX thing, and then it was like, oh, okay, he's moving around all of this, and then I was like seeing how you were moving and moving all of that. You ain't out there moving like this is my shit, beating your chest. You like trying to bring in as many people as you can to help them on your platform that you're building, which is so similar to what I'm doing. Like with my podcast, is I'm building a platform. The more people that build the platform and the more people come on the show, it benefits everybody. You see what I'm saying? Right. And so
I didn't mean to cut you off. I just wanted to say I know you had you working right now, but when I tell you, when you said Darian May was going up there and they wasn't paying Darian May no attention, Will got in his motherfucking bag at karaoke. Like, nah, they come out here and they support everything that I do. They always, they the first people in here, last one. You know what I'm saying? Like, he really put on for this group that, they kind of some misfits. I love Darian May. Check them out if you know what I'm saying. Check them out on the checkout. Yeah, like, but for some people, it's not their cup of tea. But Will did not care. He was like, they rock with me, and y'all gonna rock with them off of the strength of me, or you can bounce. Like it was real. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't see that. You know what I'm saying? Like you just don't see that in people. Yeah. So I just.
And the last thing is that you're fat.
Oh, you just knocked down everything good about him.
I just fucking with it. Nah.
How's the cholesterol though? No,
he's not even
y'all
fat.
come in here skinny one day. He had nothing to say.
If he was really
that
fat.
That nigga gonna do a Rick Ross. Rick Ross be big one day, skinny the next day.
He's not even really fat.
Is this a nigga a clone? Ross was 130 pounds when he performed the other day.
Hey, I'm honestly scared to lose weight because I don't want nobody to try me and shit. I feel like he wants me to be skinny so he can test me and shit. Like, yeah, nigga.
So he can be the biggest. He can be the biggest nigga on the podcast because he ain't scared of me.
So that brings me to Benny, man.
Why you had to say it like that?
when you raised by pimping, you go. We have that in common, but it's you go one way or the other. Like I went the gentleman route.
It definitely goes one way or the other. And if you can get us a podcast contract, we can. Benny is our. Did y'all see Fire Festival documentary?
I'm Jarreau. Oh, the gay guy that say
sucking dick for water. That's Benny's our. We'll suck dick for water to make sure that.
Damn.
It depends on how bad we need to survive.
Listen, you need.
So
Benny is gonna take one for the team. He definitely. I'm sorry. You said he can go both ways. That's what we were talking about. Yes, he does. He can. Call us.
You are both ways.
Nah, right now.
Hey, yo, I ain't gonna lie, yo. Benny is like the hardest person to roast because he eats up everything you say. I don't care what you say. He don't care. He's gonna run with it. Like, okay,
you should have seen William face when he said, she said Benny's going to how bad I need that water?
This nigga roll with everything, yo. Like, you can't say nothing and catch him on God. Like,
yeah, but that's something too. It's just like it's a unique thing. That ain't something that everybody has. You know what I mean?
What's that? Sucking dick for water?
Nah.
Listen,
I definitely don't have that. So
if you ain't got one on your team, you ain't got no team.
I don't think none of us got that.
No.
I don't got that. But nah, his energy, man, and his you know what I'm saying, all of that, the way he brings it, you know what I'm saying? That's just, it's like you said, the star quality about it.
Thank you, man.
And then, you know what I'm saying, he's that on stage and off stage, but off stage he also has another side. Like it is nice to see like when he is serious.
He has no ego in real life. Like,
exactly.
Like he has no ego. No, you know what I'm saying? Like for people to say Benny's cocky, like it's a persona. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm not supposed to blow it, but he's a sweet and genuine individual that I hate. You know, from a special place, but I fuck with him.
Down here in this area, it is special when you got both. What you want tonight? I can pull it up.
What do you want tonight, baby?
I can get in or you can get in. Your choice. Your choice.
I mean, so crude and obnoxious, but at the same time, like, you know what I'm saying? In a moment, like I haven't been in this situation with him. But I know that he's the type, if I was in a situation and I needed his help, he would help me.
Absolutely.
You feel me?
Right. 100%.
Like, and that's
100.
Like the more the type to even be like, man, what can I do to help you? You know what I'm saying? Like that type. Right. So that's
Thank you, Jarreau.
Yeah, man.
I'll cash up you $20 after the show. Yeah. You did a good job. Well, Jarreau, I'm about to
$20.50.
$20.50 because they're gonna take 50.
Yeah.
They're gonna take 50.
Close us out, man.
Close us out. This has been an amazing episode of Smokin and Jokin.
Don't forget to say something about us.
He did already.
I'm about to get in.
Definitely
it's been an amazing episode. Actually, this is the worst time.
We're leaving it in.
I'm not gonna lie.
Each episode we should have our cutaways. So like the nice shit that we saying about each other that we don't mean, but we just.
Where you want to hear the nice shit I say about him? I got nice shit to say about everybody.
Right.
Will you remind?
No, start with Patrice.
No.
Start with me.
Ladies
first. You know he want to say
ladies first. What ladies?
You know he gonna say.
You know how I feel about women.
So in love with
I'm
me,
gonna start with Jarreau because he
ridiculous.
threw it to me. Jarreau, you remind me of a friend I have grew up with, and his name is Demetrius.
Right on.
Demetrius was the most quietest person in the room, but he was the most intelligent.
Shout out to Demetrius.
Demetrius
And
was the
Jarreau.
tech guy. Demetrius had computers. He's had like 3 or 4 computers in his room, and he knew how to do everything there. All of us, we'll be joking, we'll be joning. He didn't say nothing. He was a silent killer. Look at his room. He prints T-shirts. He has his own podcast. Look at these. These are not cheap mics. No. Don't drop it, Patrice. You are what you call the quiet person you got to look out for.
Right on.
Meaning, you don't know what you think. You're like a silent genius. Remember I said, he's that high guy that analyzes everything.
Yeah.
He can tell you about your personality. They always say, oh man, the loudest person, but sometimes the quietest person in the room. Because you can do this stuff we can't do. I don't have the patience to sit down and edit and put things together and have the act and this and that. You are just as important as the main character on a TV show.
If not more.
You are that behind the scenes guy. And every team needs somebody. You're the silent killer. Boom, I gave you your name. You're the silent killer. You can do everything. But you have the willingness and the patience to do stuff that most people won't do.
Because he always high.
And that will put you in yeah, that too.
But also,
do we need help you sit down for 48 hours
I'm really
straight?
Not a tech guy. Like I'm not really a computer whiz and no shit
no,
like that. But all I was gonna say is that,
Cut that out.
It really just comes from loving the creativity of it and just learning how to do what I need to do.
Self-taught is amazing, but that still
I'm
goes back
I'm not
to
a tech person like
But
that.
no. When I said you remind me of Demetrius, because Demetrius was like that. We'll be around.
So what it is I'm gonna tell you what it is because we similar. What it is you learn. You're willing to learn the stuff you don't know how to do.
Don't know how to do.
And that's what it is. Like really, his Barstool Park. He's a one-man show. This is his studio. He sets up everything. He does everything. So he's in the camera and he's behind the camera at the same time. He does everything.
A lot of people.
He's not going to let anything stop him.
A lot of people ain't willing to do that, Jarreau.
Hell no, I'm not.
People like us, when building a team, you need somebody to say, "Hey, that's cool." I might not say as much, and this is my favorite show. This is my favorite show thus far because the topic you touched on is something that I've been battling with my career the whole time. I'm not saying, I'm at a point, but I've been the underdog for so long. So I admire your way of thinking. If that makes sense. You're you don't have to say a lot, but you get a lot of shit done.
Right. Appreciate that.
Silent killer. William. I'm giving everybody a name. Silent killer. Boom, William.
Don't come over here with that
I'm on
shit.
I'm on a serious note when I end it out. William is the definition of a leader. Look up a leader in the dictionary, and that's what you are. You could have did anything you wanted in life as far as you could have been a minister, you could have been a politician, You could have, as you're doing, running your own company, entrepreneur. You are that person. And the number one rule in leading to me is a person that service other people. Yeah. When I get mad with certain establishments, I'm not gonna say no names. As a leader, if your establishment is going some type of way, you have to get down and become the busser. You have to become the waitress. You have to become the bartender. You have to become the janitor.
Absolutely.
William is that guy. Mm-hmm. William is that guy that sees your weakness and your strength and is going to put you in position. William put me in position in Vegas. I had connections, but I wasn't in position. Right. William, you are a definition of a leader. He could see something in somebody and say, oh, this person needs to be here. That person needs to be here. I'm going to do this. Now, it goes back when you said that about Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart would go this or that, this like that, but he'll never fall. Same thing with William. By the time you get to where you need to be or where you're going to be, everybody's going to vouch for you because you serviced everybody. Yeah. Thirsty Thursday. Tickle Me Comedy.
Snaps and laughs at one point.
Snaps and laughs. You literally put the whole team in position. So that's why you are the leader of this. Yeah. When we drop the podcast, everybody, we crack our jokes, but William is coming from a place of education. I'm a joke. My kind of sense of like D.L. Hughley. D.L. Hughley would joke, blah, blah, blah. He would say something about your mama, but still educate you. It's just, you have the leader. Silent killer, leader. Boom. You're a leader.
What we got
Patrice. Where did I go with Patrice?
I thought you did this already when I was away.
Patrice, I fell in love with you the first time I seen you on stage at Ninja Karaoke. You remind me of my sister, Abigail. Me and my sister bumped head all the time. We were a year apart. She was manager at Payless. I was assistant manager at Payless.
Oh, shit.
She followed everything to the T. She did the inventory on time, this and that. I'm in the back having a party. I'm ordering pizzas. I got girls back there twerking. I just took pride in this. I'm not the manager, but I'm the assistant manager. My sister taught me this. Benny, you can have fun along the way. You can do that. You're the fun guy. That's cool, but you got to have structure. Patrice, what you bring to the table is you are the definition of a black woman in America. You are strong. You know who you are. You're not putting up for no bullshit. You have structure. Well, the only problem I had with Abby, she forgot to have a good time at times. And I'm not saying that about you. But
you're right.
You are that sister figure. You that mother figure. You are that girlfriend figure. That what you doing? You fucking up. Get your shit back together. You are it comes in the sense of women are like, you're a creator in the sense of you know what to pour in somebody so they can be their best. So your name I gave you is my
you looking like a Tuesday Popeye special. Your own
I'm
self.
Look
at these thighs and these jeans. Is there any more room?
So being around you, and I joke with you like that because Abby was one way. She wouldn't laugh at nobody. She stuck to the stuff. I'm out there giving discounts. Abby said, no, this is what the policy says. This and that. But I had a way with Abby, my sister, that nobody had. I used to make her laugh. I used to joke. She talking about everybody. As soon as I man, you see this bitch? Meaning, I mess with you because you remind me of my sister.
That's love.
You my sister.
Listen, yeah, no doubt.
Hey, I'm not gonna put it out there, but I'm gonna send it to the group chat.
Oh shit.
Of Benny saying, I fell in love with you the first moment I saw you.
I did.
And if I want to fuck you, I'm gonna fuck you. I'm gonna slice those two.
Oh, Benny out here fucking the sister, bro. You see the podcast?
I fell in love with you the first time I saw you. And if I want to fuck you, I'm gonna fuck you.
What I mean by that is, cut that part out. What I mean by that
I need that for blackmail purposes.
I grew up with 9 girls.
Just in case. No, I'm sorry.
I grew up with 9 girls, and you remind me of one of the girls I came up with.
That's blessed. I always want a big family.
No. I mean, my sisters would. I know Patrice would do it, and Patrice is so sweet. And it's kind of like a Martin Pam thing.
I hate when people tell people I'm nice and sweet. I'm not nice and fucking sweet.
Yes, you are.
I hate when people tell people that.
But you're sweet to the people you love, and that's how I know you love
exactly.
You don't have to tell me that. Like you had that. That's what a nurturing spirit. Like it's like, hey, that's my big sister. Like for real. That's how I look at Patrice. And that's why I fuck with you like that. Because it's kind of, Martin loved Pam.
Oh, absolutely.
But it was like, they had to bark at each other. Me and Abby wearing Payless, and she putting it up, and she's mad at me. And at the end of the day, we will hug and go home.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I would definitely put my boxing gloves on about Benny. I would.
William, I do admire that.
I'm gonna see if y'all feel the same way next episode because I'm bringing the topic next week. So let's see if y'all still feel the same way.
So
all the love y'all shared today. Let's see how y'all feel next week.
Silent killer, leader. You my
Big
sister.
sis.
Big sis.
Right on.
Sis, I can live with that.
On that note,
go ahead, take us out. Jeremy.
Hey, you notice all the love they showed me, did not one of them say I was funny. Cold-blooded.
Nobody was funny. Nobody said that.
I feel like even in the Bible,
game.
it said he gave some 10, some 20, some
Cold game.
The thing about family is we don't lie to each other.
You hear me? I said he knows to do.
You got some nice shoes, Jarreau.
He knows how to do.
Who put this wall
Your
structure
grandson
together?
cute as a motherfucker. Your grandson cute as shit.
Look what he did with these drapes.
Your beard almost touching, bro. That's almost connected.
He has a great spirit. His spirit.
What about them jokes?
Just like anything else. I believe in this. Anything else. You keep doing it long enough, you become good.
Yeah.
You just starting like.
You're funny, bro. Like, you're funny.
Like, yeah.
I appreciate it.
You're funny.
Yeah, I get it.
But Jarreau, it's like, dude, if you would have seen me 4 or 5 years ago, I was terrible.
I mean,
Terrible.
I'm not tripping like that. I was just
No,
fucking
that shit
around.
was funny.
No,
No, that was great fucking
No,
footage.
that
I
nigga
don't know
thought
what's
about that
gonna
shit.
make
He
it
said,
or what's not gonna
these
make it to
niggas
the
don't think
cut.
I'm funny.
But that shit was perfect.
I hope y'all know
Hey, he the type to say, nobody came to see you, Otis. You out the group.
Hey, but you know what? Jarreau checked me one day.
All right.
Yeah, Jarreau checked me one day. Let me say this. Let me say this before we leave.
This
Let me
is
say this
all
before we
filter.
leave.
This is,
So Jarreau
Lost
started
Files.
making the flyers for Tickle Me Comedy,
Right.
right? So I was sending the pictures of all the comedians that's gonna be on the lineup. He make the flyer, and one day, I felt bad once he said something because I don't like when people do it to me because sometimes I make flyer for people. I send it to them and they'll just post it.
Right.
He sends me the flyer. I sends it to all the comedians. I got it. I sent it to all the comedians. They started posting. One of the comedians like, yeah, I just got my flyer posted. He was like, oh, you got, okay, that's interesting. That nigga never said thank you or nothing. You know what I'm saying? I never said, okay, cool. You know, and normally I do that. Normally I'm very adamant about making sure I say, hey, thanks, man. Good job. Looks dope. But I was doing so much stuff.
But
I just got the flyer. I'm like,
though.
cool, here go the flyer. Let me send it to everybody so they can start posting. Because it was kind of late. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I was
So you was
already
in your
last minute
zone
with
then,
it.
execution
Yeah, I was in my
mode.
little work
But
zone.
I
And
wasn't
you was
even
a-
mad. I
When
thought
he
it was
checked it,
funny.
I was like, damn, I
thought
felt
it was
bad.
funny only because I already knew he was in his zone. The same way I didn't feel the type of way about him not hearing me when I said what's up. Same thing.
Yeah.
Like I know he just like,
can I say this?
flyer, send it out, boom. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But that's hilarious.
Can I say this?
I ain't say thank you or that.
I'm gonna say this on a serious note. It's unity in the community, meaning everybody. I'm gonna tweet that. Nigga, somebody drop a beat. My shit. Little nasty. No, this is a serious note, and I'm done. I pray. What was so funny about that? Because it rhymed.
Well, we just didn't know what community you was talking about at first. So,
Well, she went both communities, the LGBT community and, you know.
No, I didn't mean what all that shit, but I'm telling you, if you go back and look at my face, I'm one of the people who like I can hold my thoughts and laugh on my face.
yo, I've been checking that out too. Yeah.
So
You-
yes,
you-
it's unity and community. I was
What?
just like,
What?
okay, Jesse Jackson. In my mind, I was
What
like,
you got? You
just
got
rhyming
heart?
ass
You got heart when I said that?
what was you gonna say about the unity in the
in the
community?
community.
Listen, on some real, and I mean this. I pray that as everybody, you know, grow in their career, we stay helping each other. Because what I mean by this is, Cat was Cat. He had Red Grant, Lunel, Melody Camacho. He had a team around him. Kev is Plaza. I'm not saying it because it's a short. People that no. I'm just saying that like Chris Rock, Wanda Sykes wrote for him, and he had really good friends and people on tour with him. And
Adam Sandler put everybody in the
he
same
put
movie.
everybody in his movies. Let's do something different as black people. This is the first time in my career where I'm excited. I was doing a lot of shit in Atlanta, but I never did it with a team. It was just Benny. It was Benny, and I try to do it with certain people. And this is the first time where I see people where if we're shifting towards William, it's William today. Because everybody gonna get their day. Everybody gonna get their time. Is Patrice getting their time? It's Patrice. If Jeremy get his shit, No, I just a habit. I just call people by because I be calling A.O. Rodney all the time. Be like, but you didn't even know his name was Rodney, did you?
I thought it was Artis O'Neal or something like that.
No, but his real name was Rodney.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I'd be like, yo, Rodney, this you be like, hey, yo, nigga.
I thought it was my
Even
name,
with the shit
Artis.
we growing. When I say it's unity in the community, we're growing in Vegas so fast because it's all of us sharing the same vision.
What do you say to people that look at that or look at this right here and be like, oh, they're click?
I don't give a fuck what you think.
Ain't nobody
Rodney
fucking
Perry
with
just told
my
me this.
click.
Rodney
click,
Perry.
Click.
I
click.
FaceTime.
Click.
I
If that's how
FaceTime.
you feel, but we just
I
out here working.
FaceTime Rodney Perry yesterday, and this was his exact words. He said, "Oh, I see what y'all niggas doing in Vegas." He said, "When I was coming up, me and Joey Wells, that was with Kevin Hart, we used to be like, we see everybody, you know, Chris Rock and all the hot people, Eddie Murphy, and be like, damn, how do we get in that clique?" He said, "The truth is this: you never get in their clique. Your clique becomes the clique. The hotter we get." Everybody gonna want to be with us. Everybody want to be on Smokin and Jokin. Yeah. Everybody gonna want to come to Tickle Me. Thirsty Thursday. What Patrice got going on? We can let's promote Patrice like she is the Wanda Sykes or Melody Camacho or Lunel. You know what I'm saying? If we all putting into each other, nobody really loses.
Never.
Nobody really. And I just say, you know, Eagles come in and niggas feel like it. I just hope we stay like because. We're not gonna see eye to eye. We're not gonna. But as we grow together, we can. It's nothing.
This is podcasting though, so it's like all we doing really is we just talking and having fun. That's like this podcast, the energy of this and my podcast that I've been doing, totally different energy. Like I love what this is, and I love what that is too, though. You know what I'm saying? But it's a totally different energy, but it's created by. Like we was fucking around in the group chat. Y'all got the Pam and Martin thing going on. He the big wise nigga. You know
it's
what I'm saying?
It's not just work. We talk every day.
He loves to tell you how
every
big
day
you
we
are,
on
nigga.
like
Every time, yo. Every time.
And then I'm the hot nigga in the corner. Like that's what
Hey, he said, maybe you should put it in stocks and bonds. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but I've you know, not to toot our own horns or nothing, but I've watched this show like a gang of times. Both episodes I've watched them multiple times and really been laughing, and I was here when it happened, but just watching it is a different experience because I'm not in the midst of it. I get to see facial expressions and things that I didn't see the first time, and it's really I love the chemistry of this show.
I hate watching myself on camera. I haven't watched one episode.
I'm
sorry.
Really good on camera.
I haven't watched one episode.
You look good on everything that we. Did you watch the little 5-minute thing, the cigar thing?
I haven't watched anything.
I watched all of them. Listen, I enjoy it.
I haven't.
In close.
Not because I don't love y'all.
All right, y'all. Y'all been a great. God bless you and good night. Yeah.